Hey, Garfield Memorial, we're so glad to be with you again. Gosh, I'm popping open my food. I'm obviously hungry. We are in our series, Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives.
You know, there's something special about sitting down at the table, sharing a meal with someone, and there's a spiritual bond, a spiritual connection there. Jesus did it so many times.
We're excited today to be at B&M Barbecue. This is special for us because Terry and Sharon Macklin, the owners here who run this, they are members of Garfield. They're big supporters of the mission. Tell us a little bit, how did you get into like hospitality? How did you get into food? How did that start for you guys?
Well, it started for me back quite some time ago. I was in the entertainment business, and I was always at all these big fabulous places, Vanderhaven and a lot of large places who did a great job of food. Mm-hmm. And I was able to even taste a lot of their foods and things like that. So then from there on, as our entertainment grew, we had opened up a party center. And at that point, we was able to start cooking our own food. So from all the things that I learned from others, I started cooking myself. And from that point on, it just kind of grew from there. I just started learning different techniques and different things of type of food. Mm-hmm. And people, believe it or not, they start even liking it.
And one night we were in his little fancy little two-seater sports car, and we driving around, and I said, well, I'm hungry, let's get some B&M. We pull up in there, and there is the owner, and he's saying, hey, you know, the M spot is available in our business. You know, the Mitchells they've retired, but you guys, M's, could set it on fire. What do y'all think? We could be a good combo. Mm-hmm. We just say, like I joked with you before, we became the George Jeffersons of B&M Barbecue in the Lyndhurst neighborhood, right. Complementing both the white element as well as the black, and we have a lot of other attractions of other nationalities, because who don't like barbecue?
That's right. Mm-hmm.
And we believe in blessing the food and setting the right mood for people to come in. And so food business now, we've just grown into it, and it's blessed us, and we've been able to bless others.
And I love the spirit of hospitality. And I'm just going to bring up my mom for, Pennsylvania Dutch. We always had our spreads and everything. Mm-hmm. And she said it was never about the food. The food was a vehicle for the fellowship and the love.
What you ingest is part of what you profess.
Mm-hmm.
If we have somebody come to this door, we want to exhibit to them the kind of love that Jesus gives without even saying Jesus.
Absolutely, absolutely.
First of all, as restaurant hospitality folks who are people of deep faith, does that surprise you that we see Jesus doing so much ministry around the table? And why do you think he did that? What makes that mealtime a place that's good for loving on folks?
Well, one thing for sure, when we have Bible study on Wednesdays, we always bring food. We always bring bread. When we don't have food, it's not good at all.
I think it's a wham pam punch, because one, you feed the hunger and the need.
Yeah.
Okay? So you're feeding that, but then you're also catching somebody at their most vulnerable time. Like, once I've eaten, now I'm really receptive.
Right.
So you're hitting two vulnerable spots to me, and I think food is one that really can set that mood, and then the rest is to be able to sit there and have dialogue and talk.
Hey, Scott, this was great. Being with Terry and Sharon Macklin at B&M Barbecue. They're at 5100 Mayfield in Lyndhurst. It's right at the corner of Mayfield and Richmond Road. Come in, carry out, dine in, think about their for catering options. This was great. What are your takeaways?
That was delicious. First of all, the brisket, A++. Whatever you get here, you're going to love. But what really I took away from the conversation was Sharon talking about vulnerability and how people, when they're eating, they're naturally vulnerable. They're literally receiving something into their body. And that kind of opens up for the possibility of being spiritually vulnerable, relationally vulnerable, emotionally vulnerable as well. And maybe that's one of the reasons why Jesus did so much ministry around the table.
Yeah. And I tell you, for me, our mission is to widen the circle, to connect diverse people who share a common brokenness with Jesus. That's what they're doing at tables with Jesus, sharing their common brokenness. being connected with diverse people. And I gotta tell you, Sharon and Terry are like poster children for widening the circle, safety, authenticity, diversity, transformation, reconciliation, and living it out. Sharon was saying, coming into worship, listening to the word and getting energized, but then going doing it out on the playing field. This is a great playing field, and we're so glad that we included them in diners, drive-ins, and dives.
There we go.
I can't say that.
We'll have to wait till the weather gets warmer.
Yeah,
We can dive
we're
into
freezing.
anything, so,
Anyhow,
yeah.
we can't wait to see it.